Miss Selene Kempton. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I work here. Welcome to my craft studio. It is so great to be here. I have a fun fold idea to share with you. We can break into some of those measurements here in a second. I'm just kind of waiting to see if you guys can find me. So if you're here, please leave me a message. Let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you and know who I'm talking to. So let's get started here a little bit. Before we jump into anything, I want to share with you a little bit about Stampin' Bingo. So this month's paper pumpkin kit was the Sweeter With You paper pumpkin. You can see I've got my little box here, and I think when I'm all done, if I have any pieces left, I will decorate the box. So for people that are taking bingo, we are using the refill kit, which means you'll actually get this box in the mail, and my plan is to wrap it in a plastic mailer so that you can keep the box intact and decorate it when you're done with your class if you wish. So that's the first thing. Hey Joan, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. She's on the Facebook side. Hopefully we have some YouTube watchers as well, so if you're here, please leave me a comment. Okay, I'll move my toolbox out of the way and show you bingo. So Stampin' Bingo is a lot of fun. We give out prizes, of course, and we play games, but it's a 6-card class, and this particular class is a fun fold. It starts with a fun fold. It makes this cute little card, and we are using the Pattern of Friendship stamp set, which is available during the sale. I think it might even be on the last chance list, which I'm surprised. It was one of my favorite, and if you are in Stamp Club, you probably already own it because I've used it like twice or 3 times now in classes. So this is the second project. Thanks for being the best. Isn't it pretty? Like you can see the wink of Stella. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jilly. Good to see you. We got a YouTube comment. Thank you very much. This is card 3 of Bingo with Cheryl and I. So this will be Stampin' Bingo, which will be August 19th at 7 o'clock. And that class happens on Zoom. And if you want to sign up for it, just let me know. I will put the link to sign up for my email list in the header of this email when I jump off. And you can join us for bingo if you like. I love this. It occurred to me when I made this card first that I didn't have any strawberries in the bottom. So I went back and I added them because it just didn't seem right to have like strawberries coming out the top and nothing on the bottom. So silly. These are great though. They're fun and they're wonderful projects. So we make 6 projects during bingo, and then you get to keep all the extras. So last night, I don't know if you guys know, but every Monday night we have a get-together on Zoom. And I took some of the pieces that were left over from my kit, and I'm not even done playing with it. I got so much stuff. And I went back and I made some more cards. So we want to see those? Again, this will be bingo with Cheryl and I on August 19th, but these are just extra samples, so I'll make sure that I have pictures of these for everybody that takes bingo, but they are so fun. This was a piece that I cut off the card front to layer on one of the bingo cards, and then I had this leftover card base, which you get all the leftover pieces in your kit when you come to bingo. And here's some more cards that I made using Pattern of Friendship and that strawberry kit refill, which just seems to go for days. This is Pretty in Pink and Strawberry Slush. Isn't that great? Just so pretty. And red and green, you'd think it was Christmas, but when you pair it with Pool Party and some strawberries, so pretty. And this is just me playing, so like these are not part of the class, but so fun. Hey Vicky. And so this one also, I took some of the green from the card base to layer on the bingo card, so it left me with this piece. So I turned it into a card and then put this fun embossed piece attached it to the inside just to play around and see what I came up with. So speaking of playing around, I'm gonna get started with today, and I still want to play with the leftover pieces from this kit. So let's start. I want to show you this cool fold I found, and I'm going to use a piece of Real Red because I think it coordinates really nice with the colors that are in this kit, which is still on my table. So we're just going to play with what's on my table. Let me know if you have questions or if there's anything you want me to cover in detail, but let's start with the card base. This card base is going to be 5.5 by 11, so I'm going to cut it the long way, and I'm just going to start by making sure that my ruler's all the way in. For those of you that know this trimmer, if you know this trimmer like I do, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see my measurements better. You can see this line on the arm that pulls out. And this line is actually the 5.5 mark. So we use 5.5 so much as card makers. Stampin' Up! Made that measurement for us when they redesigned the trimmer. So I'm going to put this in at 5.5 and give it a cut. And then, as you can see on the screen, we've got score lines at 1 1/4. I'm reading along with you. I wish somebody was here that they could just shout out the numbers for me. 1 1/4. And then 5.5. If you want to shout them out at home, you can, but I'm not going to hear you. Silly girl. I hope you're loving the new system that I have. I invested in upgrading my stuff so that I could do better when I'm filming, and now I'm outside the frame, so let me just come back a little bit in too close, and then we'll go to 9.5, right? No, we're going to 9 1/4. Shoo, don't want to mess that up. So 9 1/4. So that was 1 1/4, 5.5, and 9 1/4. And now this piece in the middle is actually going to be my card base, and I'm going to fold my card like this, and then like this, and like this. So it's going to make this cool decorative bit. All right, so you guys got the measurements from the screen. Let me know if you can't see them for some reason. I'm going to turn those off so that I can show you the next bit, which are the layers that go on these. And I went in order, kind of. So you know that if your card is 5.5 inches tall, that you're going to want to layer on pieces that start at 5 1/4. And this is my favorite pattern in that bingo class that we're doing. I just couldn't put it down when I was designing. I did use one card base for your bingo cards, and I treated it like designer paper, so you use every little bit. Thank you, Jill. I'm so excited. All right, so let's bring on some more measurements. And this might look like a lot, but don't get nervous. The layers, 5 1/4 by 1. I'm just going to go through them real quick. 5 1/4 by 1 is the one that's going to sit here. 5 1/4 by 1 1/2 is the one that's going to sit here. Now, 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. You could stamp this if you wanted to. You don't necessarily. So these layers are optional, but these are the layers that fit these panels. So 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 on the outside, same thing on the inside, and 5 1/4 by 4. So let's start with the 5 1/4 by 4 because it's the biggest one, and this is a card base, so it has a score line in the middle. So I'm going to start with that right there. And then I'm going to flip it over and cut a 1 1/2 inch piece and a 1 inch piece. So I'm going to go to 2 1/2. I added that together because I'm crazy like that. And then I'll just cut again at 1, and that will give me 2 pieces that I need for those sections of my card. So let's build this slow. We can decide what we want as we go. Okay, Is that 4? It looks funny, like I didn't cut it right. No, it is, it's 4. I got new glasses. So now like everything looks funny, but apparently I needed glasses, so it's a thing, right? Anyway, let's bring in some glue. So here we go. I'm going to put some adhesive on these, and this is Seal Plus, so it is super sticky. And I'm going to lay this down. I actually want to show you some liquid glue from my friend Michelle Kelly. Michelle and her daughter Corinne partner with me and my daughter on supporting our troops. Corinne was Miss New Hampshire's volunteer, like Miss America, but just a volunteer one. And she was the runner-up in the Miss America for that particular organization. And she does cards for the troops. So, of course, we get them. We donate them. They don't need envelopes if you decide you want to donate some. And then Corinne either signs them herself or she goes to signings and gets them signed. And they go on the top of a deployed soldier's goodie bag. So this year, Operation Care for Troops got funding from a local casino who donated enough postage to them that they can send packages for the next 2 years. So they started including everybody. So Corinne dropped by today to pick up, I replicated her handwriting for the inside of some of the cards because she's got more than she can handle with all of these cards. But she also purchased some glue so she could glue them in. And this is about what you need to use when you're using liquid glue. I can put more if I feel like it, but you don't need big globs of it and you don't need to smear it on. You can just dot it and it will hold. And this is the stuff I put boxes together with. So it does take a minute to set up. So that's a benefit, I think, because if you're like me and once in a while you have an oopsie and you go crooked, it will help you keep your panels straight, but you don't need a lot of it. And I think if you're making, if you're gluing in 200 card inserts into cards that have already been made, thank you, Alexis, you can save a little money by using liquid glue. Okay, so come back to this. So that's our 4 by 5 and a quarter inch section. And then these sections are 3.5 by 5 1/4. So let's see if we have anything left that's coordinating on the table. I don't love this because I don't see the colors in there. I don't know about you guys, but it's not working for me. So let's see if I have another bit on the table here. I've got like all kinds of pieces. It is a mess right now out here, but that's okay. We're gonna make a card. Let's see. I thought I had one piece of the polka dot left. Oh, I do. So this was cut off from a piece of, that's what I was looking for. But I'm gonna cut this down to 3.5. Watch out for that. By 5 1/4. So that'll be one of the patterns. I think we'll stick it on the front. And it coordinates with the strawberry in that blue pattern. Really nice. This is such a cute kit. And like I said, if you sign up for Bingo, you're going to get one with the 6 cards that I've already designed and prepped. They're all done, actually, and ready to mail. So when I list this in the next, 24 hours or so, you'll be able to sign up and maybe you'll even win a prize. In order to win a prize in between the rounds of card making, you actually have to be present so that you can win, just so you know. It's not and that's the night of August 19th, and we hope you can all be here. All right. So my husband has a family reunion this weekend, so we will be up in New Hampshire on Saturday. I'm very excited. I'm actually going to leave the building. It's been a bit. We've been working right through. So a little time off is on the docket. I'm kind of trying to decide now. This is on the fly, so you guys tell me. The piece that's left is the piece we're going to write on. So do we want to do white or do we want to do pool party? You tell me, and while you're doing that and giving me your feedback, because I think there's a bit of a delay, I'm going to cut one more 1-inch strip for the inside of this panel, because that being naked after covering everything else is bugging me. So let's go, and I'm going to use this side of my measuring tool this time, just because it's easier for me to see. And push that scoring blade right out of the way. And I'll layer that onto my 1-inch. So are we using pool party or basic white? I'm waiting. Let me move that for a minute. Okay. I know this program is supposed to tell me how many people are watching, but I don't see it. I'll have to ask my friend Lisa, who set me up, because she really helped me get started with all of this. While you guys are doing that, I think, ooh, I spy with my little eye. Thought I used all of these, a little daisy. All right, I'm not seeing anybody saying white or blue, so I'm going to just go for blue. Go for broke. Let's see. This one's embossed. Like you can tell, I was playing with this and playing with it. So much fun. I did the same thing last week. We did the cards with. I showed you a fun fold with the pairs, and then when the pairs were done, I couldn't stop. Oh, so this was 3.5 by 5 1/4, right? And I did just leave the measurements on the screen for you. But I figure by making the piece that we write on pool party, then this flower will really pop. Okay, so next I want to grab my cleaner, because I've been playing with these stamps. I want to make sure that I have the right color on the stamp before I try and stamp with it. So here we go. And I just squirted a little bit on the side with the little teardrops. But then I can actually clean all the stamps that are on the table while I have that one little squirt. Okay. Cool. So how about if we make this a birthday card? I need some birthday cards. Today is my friend Beth's birthday, and I thought this would be a perfect little addition to her. Oh, so I forgot to mention, I've already purchased the kits for Bingo and processed them, and they're ready to mail out because Bingo will be 2 weeks from today at night. But this refill kit is actually one of the kits that's on sale with the In Color sale today. Select In Color products, and so today, if you're on my email list, I already sent out the email that showed what's on sale just by clicking a link. So you can click the link, and I like to change the view from 30 to 90 so I can see all of the products in one place that's on sale. And then they also updated the last chance list, and they brought back some things from Celebration, which they don't usually do. It's a one-time thing, and if there's something that you missed, you can go back and get it today. But everything's while supplies last, of course, so if there's something that you want, or you should go look so that if you want something, it's not gone. Okay, like this kit, I mean, it was $13.50 just for the refill, but you get 15% off of that. That's pretty fabulous. Okay. And it makes so many cards. And you can just substitute with what you've got. You don't really need the paper pumpkin stamp set if you don't have it. Okay. Is that not adorable? Okay, so that's the first bit. Now, we didn't make the belly band yet, so let me bring the trimmer back in. And that is 9.5 by 1 1/4. And I'm just going to take the piece that we already cut into. And I need the big blade for this. Pulling out the switchblade. Okay, so there's my 9.5. And then we're going to cut that down again, 4 1/4. Oh, geez. Not 4 1/4, 1 1/4. I'm like, what are we doing? 1 1/4. So I am going to this. I love this trimmer because it gives me a line all the way up. And I know that I'm straight when I put it down just by my eyeball. Okay. 2 1/8 and 6 1/2. I'm going to get rid of some of these layers so that I don't get confused. 2 1/8. So you guys know 2 1/8. It's the 2-inch marker and then over 2 lines. So that's a 16th and that's an 1/8. Each line on the paper trimmer represents a 16th. So an 1/8 is like half of a quarter. And then 6 1/2 will slide down, and that's right about there. At retreat, one of my friends gave me a sticker and it said, measure twice and cuss once. I suppose if you measure wrong, right? Hopefully, I got a wooden table now and now I can knock on wood. All right, so let's zoom back out a little bit. Closer, 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 too close. Okay, here we go. Silly. I love the new setup though, and the tool is just amazing. And I've gotten lots of great feedback from my stamp club who said that they can hear me better and they can see what I'm doing. And if they have questions, that's my best. That's where I'm at my best. So if you have questions, please let me know. So all I did was I folded this, and when I close it, I want it to be like a little bit loose. So I'm gonna pull back a little bit to make sure that it's a little buckly, because I want my belly band to slip on and off like, you know, easy, easy. And then I'm going to see what I have left in my bag of tricks here for designs. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Let me see. I have, like, there is really, the only thing I didn't use out of this kit so far are these 2 card bases, I think. Like, legit. What did I do with the other half of that paper? I don't know. Let's cut a little strip off of this too. Or we could put this, or we can leave it. I like the red. Don't you? Let's do that. We'll leave it. So, to finish it off, how about if we cut a square? What do we have left of this? This is only 1 3/4, so I want a bigger piece. Here. I was playing earlier, so we can take a scrap off of this piece. Don't mind me. I'm just going to slice a piece off, and then we'll do our measuring after. So, look at me using scraps. My helper would be so happy with me right now. I'm going to cut a 2 3/4 inch square off of that scrap. So this is where you can use your scraps and just have fun making cards, right? So this is 2 3/4, and then I'm going to cut a 2 1/2 inch piece. But again, I'm loving the pool party with this, so why don't we make our background for that, for the front pool party instead of white. It's a nice touch. Okay. Oh, thanks for leaving me comments. I appreciate you guys. It helps me know that you're still watching. Okay, here we go. I'm going to ink up. This is a perfect sentiment for a great friend of mine. And I can, where do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm going to put it there. I'll close up the ink pad because you know bad things will happen if I don't. And again, this is for Corinne. When you're using liquid glue to adhere things, you can use a lot less and it goes much further. Just dots will do you. And that's plenty to hold my sentiment piece on. And then I'll attach this to the belly band. But before I do, I want to grab a couple of strawberries. Oh, so cute. This one came off the designer paper and it was so tiny that I just kind of left it like that. But I'm just playing with the pieces from this kit. I think that might be enough. You think 2? Well, I'm going to get started with 2 and you let me know if I need more. And of course, I don't think I can make a card without Wink of Stella, so we should definitely put a little Wink of Stella on it. Although that's now looking a little crooked to me, like it moved. Oof. That makes me crazy. So that's a good thing that I didn't put too much adhesive because this stuff is super, super sticky. And once it's down, man, there's no going back. So a little bit will do ya. And then let's get our wink going. And it's still wet, so I'm holding on to it so it doesn't move around. Let's get in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you're catching that sparkle. It's so pretty. And then we'll roll a dimensional on the back of this. It's all about the right support. I don't want any saggy edges because I didn't use enough dimensionals. Here we go. So there's my strawberry. And I'm going to go back in with the wink. Now, I'm also going to do the word smile, but you got to be careful when you're winking on top of classic ink because this is a water-based ink and this pen is water-based. So if you go outside the lines, it will smear your ink. So you got to be real careful when you're adding sparkle like this, but it's so cute. Okay, so then we'll add this to the belly band of our card. What do you guys think? Think you could make it? It's not that hard. Just need a piece of cardstock and some designer paper that coordinates. I've actually already started making a couple of more with a different set of products, but oh my gosh, these strawberries are fantastic. Sorry, I went outside the frame there a little bit for a second. Oh my goodness. So now this will slide off. Thinking of you brings a smile to my face. Happy birthday. And you know, if I had a picture of my friend and I could put a picture here. This is a nice big card. Or if you were doing it for a coworker and you wanted to give it like a birthday card from a group, you could put a plain piece of cardstock here and even on the back for people to sign. But I gave you the measurements for all the panels so that you could decide which one you want. Every month, my team and I do a mystery card challenge, and normally my team member Cheryl is in charge of doing that, and she is away this week on vacation. I'm jealous. But ahead of the team meeting, I have to send out a mystery card to them to cover for Cheryl, and this is the measurement. This is the card that we're going to make. So if you want to play along with us, you can join us over in the Facebook group Creating with Selene, and please post your card. I will post this one inside that group and to my business page. And if you want to share your creation, I would love to see it. So, does anybody have any questions? I'm not seeing any more comments. Oh, there you go. Now I'm seeing them. Jeez. Mary, I'm finally seeing that comment. Wow, I love it. And again, I'll roll through the bingo cards again from Cheryl and I. We are going to be doing a Zoom class, making cards and playing bingo using the Pattern of Friendship stamp set and this gorgeous paper pumpkin. And I'll roll through them real quick again because I've already shown them, but this is card 1 of that class. And then they're not in order anymore, so just, I love this one. It looks like a bakery window. And all the layers, so fun. This one and this one, I actually took a card front, and I'll show you in the class how I did it. The 5 1/4 by 4, and it's an exact slice. Everybody's will look the same. And then, yeah, and you can get to sign up for the bingo to make these cards by checking your email if you're on my email list. And if you're not, I will put the link right after this recording up in the description of this video, along with everything that I used today. But aren't these great? And these are just leftovers. So the first 6 were bingo. These are just what I made with leftovers for the rest of the kit. So you get loads of stuff in the kit. And yeah, so Mary, watch your email, and yes, you can sign up as soon as possible. I just have to do the marketing graphic, but yeah, so that I can list it. I'm having a class. Well, it would be good if I actually sent out the invite, right? So that's it for today. I hope that you guys had a great time hanging out with me. I am loving the new setup. So if you love it too, just go ahead and leave me a comment or send me an email or let me know how I can improve, because I am still new to this whole streaming in 2 places thing. I lost your comments for half the production, but I'm there now. I've got it. So, it's a learning curve. I had someone who on YouTube couldn't leave a comment, and so it took us a couple of minutes, but she finally figured out that she had to sign in to YouTube in order to leave a comment. So that's something new that we learned together. And I do love creating right alongside you. If there's something that you would like to learn how to do, let me know and send me a message, and I will either learn how to do it or show you. I might have to learn first, but yeah, no creative topic is off topic for me. No craft is safe in my house. So anyway, you would like my email? Yeah, I am e.selene@verizon.net. That's really funny. Oh, you want to get on my email list? Yeah, Carrie, no problem. Here, let me see if I can edit this while I'm live. It would be much easier if I had it in here, and I deleted it right before. This is my stamping store, selenek.stampinup.net. My email is e.selene@verizon.net. And like I said, I will put in the description title the way to sign up for my email list, like shortly after this broadcast. So, and you're on Facebook, so I'll make sure I'll go to that side first. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for watching.